You're one of the good ones, huh? You're not like the rest of them. I've gotten that so many times and I'm like, what do you mean by that? Racists are furious about black women in cosplay. Well. People are mad once again towards black women. Now you have to think why everyone tends to crap on black women. Let's get into it.
Is not black.
People just assume that every character must be white, and those people are weird. Especially the ones that take that mindset and then apply it to cosplayers.
People run to the comments to say that he's anything but black because they love the character, they love the black culture around him, but they hate the idea that he might actually be a black man.
White people are trying to colonize anime now because of course they are.
Now, if you're just like, hey, I found this thing called anime. It's like Japanese animation cartoon of sorts. It's really cool. Their art is really good. The way they depict fight scenes is really good. I think it's really interesting. That's fine. You can like anime. But then white people just like colonize that shit. And then it's just like Vinny Hacker watches anime, so I start watching anime so that he would like me.
Which has even extended to cosplay.
I have seen the opposite a lot, where people just assume that every character must be white, and those people are weird. Especially the ones that take that mindset and then apply it to cosplayers. Like, they have no problem with a white person cosplaying Naruto, and as far as they're concerned, it's a perfect match, but then a black person.
Yeah, I still don't understand why. I still don't understand why people are so enraged about black people doing anything. Bro, we could literally be doing anything and someone's gonna end up talking about us. And we did nothing wrong. We're just existing. I've never understood that. I still don't get it. Why? Please let me know in the comment section why that happens.
Person cosplays Naruto and all of a sudden they have a problem with it. Those people are the weirdos.
With white people trying to ridicule black people for even participating in cosplay. Hating on them every chance they get and accusing them of trying to make Japanese anime characters black.
I'm just saying the character is not black. Right. The characters that we cosplay might not be black, but
the thing is, they're not even real characters. They're not even real people. Bro, I guarantee you, if someone cosplay Piccolo, we all know Piccolo's a nigga, but he's an alien in the show, right? They'll be mad like, no. He's not black. He's Namekian. And it's like, bro, that's not even a real race. So they will get mad at anything.
you know they're not white either. I mean, he is a Saiyan, but he isn't that kind of monkey. Broly is not black. Why are you doing this? What's your problem? What? I'm just being canonly accurate. It's not that serious.
But I hate when people talk about it's not canon, so it's not real. Bro, did you watch it or not? If you watched it, it's real. I hate when people say Dragon Ball GT is not real. I hate when people say Super Saiyan 4 is not a real character. What do you mean? Well, it's not canon, so it didn't exist. If it didn't exist, I wouldn't have seen it. That image and that thought wouldn't have been transplanted in my brain.
You know, it is that serious because what you're doing looks like racism.
And you see their ignorance as clear as day with tweets like this. Not sure why everything needs to be this character, but make it black. Seems like an odd choice if you love the original characters. This is just a normal black woman cosplaying, by the way, which then leads to black people speaking out about that colonizing mentality.
When a Japanese creator wants to put black characters in her story and she creates a black man who's on the lighter side, people run to the comments to say that he's anything but.
Them niggas be having locks. Bro, look at him. He has locks, bro. What else could he be? He legitimately has locks. Now, if you ever seen an Asian person with locks or a white person with locks or a Hispanic person with locks, and you can't say I'm being racist because I'm half Mexican, right? But this shit doesn't look right. Bro, the tips are all flat on the end, bro. It does not look right. You know what I'm saying? This is a black person.
Black because they love the character, they love the black culture around him, but they hate the idea that he might actually be a black man. When Miles Morales puts on the mask, he's not Spider-Man, he's Miles Morales, because Spider-Man can be any other race, any other gender, any other species, but he can't be a black person. When a Japanese person creates a manga to highlight
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is crazy. Why, bro? It's not funny, but it is, right? Bro, I don't know. Why did they have big ass lips to it and eating fried chicken? Bro, I hate the fried chicken stereotype, though. That's one thing I do hate. Because every race loves fried chicken. Bro, if you go to an Asian spot, bro, their ginger fried chicken is bussin'. That shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? White people love. They go to Colonel's. They go to KFC. There's Jollibee, which is an Asian. It's branded as an Asian restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate when people are like, no, you like fried chicken and watermelon, bro. What? Every race loves that. Every single race loves that. What are we talking about?
The struggle of mixed race people in Japan, and it follows a black mixed race girl, met with none but racism and controversy.
She is black. She didn't make it black. You sound dumb. But racism and negativity like that is what led to a black girl really into cosplay on social media, self-deleting.
Ashley, who went by the username SquidKid1111, she was a cosplayer that cosplayed anime characters. Her cosplays are amazing. If we scroll through her page, you guys cannot tell me these aren't good cosplays.
Yeah.
But wait, some people will say they aren't good because she's black. Unfortunately, racism is still very much a thing in today's world. Ashley's family made a post announcing the passing of Ashley. They revealed in a recent story post that she received many disgusting racist comments. All these comments built up dark thoughts within.
And you know what's even crazier about this is people in the comment section after finding out, they'll probably be like, good. She didn't need to cosplay anyways. Bro, people are sick in the brain, bro. People are sick in the brain. That is absolutely insane. Bro, she self-deleted because all she wanted to do was show love to the creator of all these different, like this is Sailor Moon, I think, right? It show love to their creation. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh, well, no, it's not canonically right. You made it black because you're black. This isn't right. Ew, you're disgusting. People are crazy, bro. Colorism is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And racism definitely is real. That's unfortunate.
Ashley, and she decided to exit the world. Fans should be able to cosplay any character that they like, and they shouldn't have to worry about receiving racist comments.
The fact that we lost another angel to racism in this community is absolutely unacceptable. This should not be happening ever. The fact that people say, oh, the racism isn't that serious in this community and in the world. Yes, it is.
But then people are dying. You know what I'm saying? But it's only serious. I've noticed with people, it's only serious to them once it hits home for them. If they can't relate to it, it's not serious. Why are you so serious? But as soon as you say something about them and where it really hits home, then they're like, oh, what? Now everyone should be outraged. You know what I'm saying?
It's just sad in and of itself, but I honestly didn't know how delusional these people were until I responded to Afro Rose tweet. And I said something really simple that I thought everybody just knew were facts. The funniest thing is most anime characters are Japanese, but nobody has a problem with white people making them white. And as you can see, that led to a whole bunch of discussion, arguments, and of course, racism just spiraling out. With again, white people really exposing that colonizer mentality and how they see the world, with everything just being default white and made for them.
And a part that makes me genuinely mad, like genuinely makes me want to tweak out when I hear people talk about what happened to this young lady, is that I'm hearing people say, oh, because this is something that's been wrong with the community for a while now. No, say what it is. This is the culture built around a lot of these online spaces, and people find it perfectly acceptable until a situation like this happens where a young girl loses her life.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub.
Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? Do you think that this is just online internet culture, just to shit on people, or do you think it is obviously it's gone too far? But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it.
Up now, let's get into it.
And people feel like the need that they have to police other people, bro. Sometimes, you know, when someone tries to police me, I'm just like, look at yourself, gang, you're fat. Like, bro, don't talk to me.
Monkey. Oh, wait. Frieza's voice.
So it's good now, you know?
Are you being racist? Can't be racist if Frieza said it. Okay. I guess Frieza did say that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a Saiyan, but he isn't that kind of monkey. Broly is not black.
Interesting.
All right. Now,
see, and this is a great example, right? This is a great example, right? Because if people was to talk like this in real life, they get beat up, they get slapped up. You remember that in Alabama with the boats and stuff? That was a great day on Twitter where People were being racist on a cruise or whatever. Some white people were being racist to some black people. And then there were some other niggas that hopped out of a boat and beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? So whenever things like that happen in real life, bro, they get beat up. So they feel comfortable in doing this in the shadows.
I gotta respond. Like, why are you doing this? What's your problem? What? I'm just being canonically accurate. It's not that serious. You know, it is that serious because what you're doing looks like racism, but you're trying to dress it up as being canonically accurate, as if somehow hiding behind the word canon makes it okay. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying the character is not black.
Oh, the character isn't white either, though, gang.
Right. The characters that we cosplay might not be black, but you know they're not white either. They're not Hispanic, and sometimes they're not even Japanese or even Asian. And sometimes they're legit aliens. See, the issue is we disproportionately see you try to enforce this whole being canonically accurate rule under black cosplayers' posts.
But not under
and that's a
whites.
problem. Bro, it's just jokes.
I hate when people do that, bro. I hate when people do that. I hate when someone says something real serious and you know they're not joking, and then afterwards, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not.
I'm having fun online. Relax. And that's the difference. Your version of fun has the ability to damage someone else's mental health. Black cosplayers are just trying to have fun online too. But your fun comes at someone else's expense. And you don't know what somebody is dealing with offline. They could be battling anxiety, depression, or just real life struggles. And you can sit up here and say, oh, it's just one comment. But psychology literally shows us that one negative comment outweighs 5 to 10 positive ones.
Oh, wow.
And when you add likes, shares, and retweets to that, you're amplifying it, you're normalizing it, and you're literally opening the door for people with negative intentions to come in and pile on top of that comment.
Like I said in another video, I've been watching
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that?
anime for a long time. Like before Toonami Dragon Ball Z days. I love anime. I always have, and my kids love anime. And one thing I've always known about anime, which I thought was common sense, is it's Japanese anime. Which means that all, if not most of these characters are Asians, robots, or aliens. So to see white people try to claim dominance and superiority or ownership of anime, like they're the only ones that can cosplay or support it properly, it's super weird to me, but it gets even deeper because they actually think that these characters are white, and anybody dressing up as them or liking them is trying to change their race somehow. Which, going back to my tweet, the funniest thing is most of these characters are Japanese, as in Japanese animation, but nobody has a problem with white people making them white. And one response that really highlighted the thought process behind white people trying to colonize anime is this. That's because white people often don't acknowledge those characters are Asian people.
Naruto Uzumaki is probably just Japanese, right? He's probably
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw Naruto, and don't get me wrong, I was a big Naruto nerd. I had all the manga books for the first part. I was watching it in the 4th grade when it dropped on Cartoon Network, and then I would watch the same episode because it came out, a new episode, either Friday or Saturday, and then I would watch it on Toonami that night of the same exact episode, right? I was a big Naruto fan. I started watching it in the 4th grade. I am 30 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought Naruto was white. I thought he was white. When I was reading it, everyone else looked Asian, but Naruto looked white. It might be, I don't know, the blonde hair and blue eyes, but I've never seen an Asian just naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes, you know?
The equivalent to Japanese is. Uzumaki Naruto, not a very white sounding name, right? And the series is very heavily Japanese.
They presume they're white, though it isn't considered an anime. Someone on this app once told me that Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender was white. Which is still crazy. Look at this character. Tell me that's a white person. I then found out that many of them think so. Crazy as fuck. That tweet blew my mind, believe it or not. I thought we all knew that these were Asian people.
Why in Japanese anime do none of the characters look Japanese?
The real reason is because anime is a Japanese medium, so every anime character is presumed Japanese, or supposed to be presumed Japanese unless directly stated otherwise, which is why they speak Japanese, they have Japanese names, they go to Japanese schools, they eat Japanese foods, they live in Japanese locations.
Damn, how did I not put all that together with Naruto? How did I not put that all together with Naruto? I just thought the nigga was adopted.
Which I then responded to, anger of all people, everybody in Avatar is anything but white. Again, look at these people. But that makes a lot of sense now. And then, of course, the racists came out mad and in full effect, and it literally turned into a war zone between these tweets and the comments, to the point that I had to mute these threads because my phone kept going off. Well, it sure as hell ain't black for the most part. But I digress. People should be able to just cosplay and have fun regardless.
See, when people say things like this, he said, well, they sure as hell ain't black for the most part. That's a dig at black people, right? And then he goes, but I digress. So when people, that's like being passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. People should just be able to cosplay and have fun regardless of race, and honestly shouldn't be making it an issue. But your very first sentence, you made it an issue. You needed to point out, well, they aren't black either, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should just have fun. So it's like someone like spitting on you and then grabbing a napkin and then wiping it off. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's exactly what that person just did. I hate people that do that.
Regardless of race, and honestly shouldn't be making it an issue. But even that tweet in and of itself is racist. Who said these characters were black? Nobody. It's just black people participating and dressing up as anime characters. Isn't this considered cultural appropriation no matter the race? No, it's not considered cultural appropriation because these are cartoons that people dress up as to go to Comic-Con. And then again, you see the colonization.
I kind of disagree with that. It could be considered cultural appropriation if the Japanese didn't like it. If they didn't like it, then it's considered cultural appropriation, regardless if we deem it as such, right? If I'm a black person, right? I came out with a comic, but if I was like full 100% black or African American, you know what I'm saying? And I came out with a comic book that was only black people, right? And then white people were cosplaying it. I could say, oh, this is cultural appropriation, and it could be the exact same thing. And I guarantee you, if I was to say that on Twitter, a lot of people will agree with me. And I don't even think like that. But I know a lot of people will agree with me. You know what I'm saying? So, because I just know if the roles were reversed and we put something out, and then other people were cosplaying for us, then I know some people would have some issues with it, because I like to operate off of fairness. This goes, every race does this, by the way. Every single race does this.
As a mentality. That's just not true, as most anime characters are drawn to be white, light-skinned, big blue eyes, very European-based.
Sailor Moon describes herself as a typical Japanese girl. Her parents, Ikuko and Kenji, are obviously Japanese. She's Japanese. Her hair color is non-diegetic, which means it's not literally that color. It's that color because of the art style and creative choices.
But again, those are cartoons and it's an art style. They still were born and raised in Japan. And the comments just bounced around. Seriously, cosplay isn't X-washing characters. Anyone can cosplay anything without needing to color their skin to be as accurate to the source. If that were the case with anime, we'd all have to change our faces to be cat-like.
Facts.
Yeah, this is a weird one. She's a cosplayer doing her thing. It's not like a producer changed the character. I don't know why they're mad. The jealousy of whites never ends. They just can't give credit where credit is due. This is the difference. If a white person kills something, we give props. And we should stop giving props and funnel that energy and support into our own communities and people that are doing these things. She's doing this for attention.
Yeah, I would say just go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? Just go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. As black people, we do tend to want to force people to just like us. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, why are other people even talking about this? You know what I'm saying? It's like that meme on Twitter where it'll just be an angry white dude like this, and he's crying, and then it has a thought bubble, and it's just a black dick. Bro, it's just on his mind, bro. It's just on his mind. For whatever reason, we're just on people's minds. You know what I'm saying?
Soon blacks are going to say they invented anime like they invented everything else because it's their culture. Just let her have this little win. The funny thing is, black people don't act like we created things that we did not create. When we talk about blues, rock and roll, jazz, R&B, rap, we created all of those genres of music. When we talk about dress style, slang, dances, we created and popularized all of those things.
That is true.
But us as people,
and people never admit that the Asians be stealing from us heavy, bro. Asians are the fastest stealers, bro. They're when it comes to fashion, bro, they be stealing music, bro. They be sounding like us, they dress like us, they want their hairstyle like us. You know what I'm saying? Everything quick with the quickness, bro. I remember when what was a designer? Drop Panda, Panda, Panda. And he had the i8 BMW. I swear that's the first time I ever seen that car. It was in that music video. I kid you not, there was this Asian rapper literally the next week had the same car. Literally, because everyone was talking about that car. Literally the next week, someone else, I'm trying to tell you, bro, they be stealing. But the Asians, for the most part, they be cool, though. Asians are cool. Asians are cool. You know what I'm saying? They're interested. They'll at least will listen, you know? They'll at least will listen. Of course, they have different ideologies because they're from a different place. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I completely understand that, right? But they're willing to listen, you know? A lot of them, you know? And then you just got to break shit down in a very logical way and use numbers and shit. And they're like, damn, I really didn't think of it like that. Because I remember this one dude I used to work with, he was hella cool, but sometimes he would say some shit where it's just like, okay, so you really think, he was like, yeah, man, black people are the lowest paid and this, that, and another. I said, okay, gang, listen. Where we live at, our minimum wage is $20 an hour. The black population in the state of Washington is 7%. Now, if you look at the black population down south, where there's a bunch of us, right? And he's like, okay. Look at their minimum wage. It's still like $7, $6. So that is bringing us down as a whole. So technically you are correct, but the numbers, you can lie with numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective because all those black people moved up north where there's more money. Everyone moved up north, then our shit would bottom out. That's at the bottom as far as how much we make annually would increase dramatically. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta like look at numbers and then put some fucking logicalness behind it. You know what I'm saying? Some situational awareness. And then he was like, nah, bro, I think you're actually hella smart, bro. And we talk about deep shit all the time, you know?
Like
he's Chinese. He's dope as hell.
Or anime isn't us trying to take over. It's us enjoying our passions and being part of a culture that we appreciate.
Why do black people love anime so much?
I got you, bro. A lot of it starts with the fight. Black Americans historically have been into fighting films, especially when
and bro, and the black and Asian community has been tight since the 80s, bro. Enter the Dragon with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? So we've always loved those type of movies. Bro, if you look at Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? And that's old. I don't listen to Wu-Tang. I'm not no boomer or anything like that, right? I could have named you one Wu-Tang song. I just know that they're heavily influenced by Asian culture. You know what I'm saying? The Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? That is the Boondocks. I don't care what anyone says. That is a black anime. That is a black anime. It's a black anime. You know? Top 3 anime of all time, actually. I know people are gonna say in the comments, oh no, the Boondocks is not black. Oh, because it's black, it's not actual because they're not Japanese. But if they're white people, it would be a completely different thing, right?
ones that contain karate, Muay Thai, all that good stuff. I think the same thing applies to anime. And not only that, being black in America.
Bro, we fucked with Ong Bak. You know, with the nigga with the forearms? Ong Bak? Like, bro, what? We love that shit.
It comes with a lot of adversity. When we watch these characters deal with similar inner struggles that we do, of course we're going to attach to them.
Unlike white people, we don't have to own the space or exclude or ridicule other people for being a part of it. If anything, we're overly inclusive, way more than I think we should be, which is why I say we need to protect black spaces and black communities even more. And even if you're not in the anime or cosplay and you think it's weird, we still...
No, that is true. That's super true. Like, of course we're gonna joke because that's what we do. We joke, we jones, all that stuff. I mean, I personally, I don't really, unless I like, excuse me, damn, coffee. Unless I know you, right? But most black people aren't like me. They're gonna joan you, but if they're joning and clowning on you, bro, that means that they like you. That's like our love language. You know what I'm saying? But if someone comes around who's not black and they sound good with auto-tune, or they have one thought that conveys well with black thoughts, oh, you're invited to the cookout. Oh my God. Oh, come on. You know, all that stuff. But if the roles were reversed, but we're not getting, for the most part, unless you're one of the good ones, huh? You're not like the rest of them. I've gotten that so many times and I'm like, what do you mean by that?
We should be supporting black people doing stuff like this because we know they get nothing but hate and racism in their comments from anyone and everywhere that does not like black people simply for the color of our skin. And that even extends to other black people, like this goofball attacking Ashley after she took her own life because she was bullied by online racism.
It's kind of a running joke. I think we all know that black anime girls are some of the big...
It's kind of a running joke. Bro, see, I was about to joke. Let me not.
that have ever existed. So, I mean, this person who worships them and ended up getting bullied by them so badly that she herself, I'm sorry, I just don't have any sympathy. I couldn't care less.
He sounds like a frat white boy. Does he not? Does he not sound like a frat white boy?
Honestly. I don't think any black person should have sympathy for when they get exactly what they deserve.
Wow.
Like, you want to be a part of their thing so badly.
But why is it, first of all, it's not their thing. It's not their thing. See, that's the manipulation right there. That's the brainwashing. It's not even their thing. They just come in and take it like, they take a lot of shit. That's what it is.
Fine, who cares?
First the fuck off, my daughter just did her first cosplay for the Comic-Con that was here in DC. And we had a ball. She literally had the time of her life and couldn't stop talking about it for a week. And as she grows and gets more into anime, she really loves Demon Slayer right now. I'm going to be with her every step of the way because I get to share something I really love with her, which I've loved since I was a kid, which is anime.
When I tell you, my little elementary school brain exploded when I discovered anime. I'd never seen anything like it, and I can still remember
my favorite. I think my first anime I've ever watched was Yu Yu Hakusho. That's my favorite. That's my goat of all time. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anyone says. Yu Yu Hakusho, the goats.
On the edge of my mom's bed, my eyes wide open, glued to her TV. It was the most incredible, detailed, fluid, vibrant, colorful animation I'd ever seen in my life. I was in complete awe.
Black people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. Support whatever sport you like, whatever form of entertainment you like. Just do you. Don't let the internet or anybody else dictate what you can be interested in, what's cool or not, and what's acceptable. And for us as a community, we should be trying to provide cover for black people being creative, expressive, and just doing things outside of the box. Because that type of creativity, expression, and fun is what moves us forward and expands us as a culture. At the end of the day, do you have fun with the things you enjoy and fuck people online if they don't like it. But shout out.
Facts. Okay, so what do you guys? How do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel about anything pertaining to anything? Just give me some fucking, there's some interaction, some engagement, please. And I know no one watches to the end. If you do, say avocado. Peace.